Good afternoon, guys. Today or tomorrow we are starting to paint page 12, which I am super excited for because it joins to page 11, and I know it is just going to be such an emotional and beautiful page to paint and illustrate. And if you're new here, my name's Chantal. I am a watercolor artist and illustrator, and I'm currently taking you along the journey of writing and illustrating my children's book, my picture book, Adena and Her Star, which is a story about the strength it takes to do what you love again after loss. And this page is following along Adena's journey, and she's going to all her animal friends and asking if they have seen Star. And today we're painting the kangaroos, and I live in Kangaroo Island, so kangaroos obviously have a very special place in this book. The story of this page is also about human connection, and without further ado, let's dive into it. Last week, I had a group of about 6 people come into my art studio, and they made my entire week. Firstly, they walked right past my gallery, and they were all about my age as well, and I was standing on my desk taking a photo of page 11, no makeup, in my pajamas, because I don't usually come in on a Monday. So you can imagine my horror when they walked past, and then they did a U-turn, came back, looked through my window, and my horror turned to excitement when they were like, "We know you, we've seen you from TikTok." And I get so excited when people recognize my art, or this time my studio from the outside, which is crazy because I don't usually ever show my studio, just my art. Because I live on an island, it can get very isolating, and I sometimes don't often feel like my work has that much impact as it does, because I don't see people's reactions in person. But I opened the door and this group came in, and one of them said, "You're the girl illustrating the really big picture book." And that just made me so happy, because that's exactly what I want to be known for. And being able to show people my work in person is so fulfilling, because I will never get tired of seeing their reaction and seeing how they perceive the work differently than online. Anyway, thank you to that group of people that came in. It made my entire week, and I hope you also had a fabulous week on Kangaroo Island. As we are on the topic of human connection, one of the ways that I like to connect with you guys and bring you into Adena's world is through sending emails. And I think so many people don't realize what a good email looks like and how powerful they are with connecting you with your audience. I'm just about to send an email to all my subscribers about Adena's mail, and today it's not going to be just any boring email, because we're going to be using OmniSend. OmniSend is one of the world's leading platforms for email and SMS campaigns. OmniSend can directly integrate with your shop like WooCommerce, Shopify, or Wix. So whenever you have a subscriber come through your online shop, it directs it over and it comes into your email lists in OmniSend. So everything is super automated, and if you need any help with the migration, their 24/7 team is there to answer your questions and support you. Otherwise, you can also manually import your email lists, and because I have 2 different ones, you can add tags to your subscribers and separate them into different segments. So I have my normal free subscriber list, and then I also have a special subscription list for my Adena's World. So if you're part of Adena's Mail, or if you're part of Adena's World, you get special insight into the behind the scenes, the process. They've also got you covered with so many different automation templates, and an automation is basically an email that sends out when someone has abandoned their cart or or you want to get them to write a review. And I just heard that 37% of sales come through these automated emails, and I actually have never used them before. So it's something that I'm definitely going to be looking into in the future when I grow my business further. They also have a rate of $68 return of investment when you spend $1, which I think is pretty good, and I'm so excited to level up my emails to make them look more professional, because the biggest thing that I love about OmniSend is their customizable templates, which look super professional, and you can even add things like videos, photo overlays, and integrate all your different fonts. There's so much more customization to make your email look as snazzy as possible, which I am all about. World building and bringing ADENA'S world to all aspects of my shop, whether that's online, whether that's in the sphere of YouTube or social media, or sending emails. Everything I want to look and feel like is part of the same world. With their templates being super customizable, I can do that. Thank you so much to OmniSend for sponsoring this video, and if you guys would like to level up your digital world building and start sending SMS or email campaigns, you can grab 30% off for the first 3 months on any paid plan with code Chantal Leonhardt. And let's dive back into painting my piece. Good afternoon, guys. I am so excited to work on this page today, because whenever there is big characters like ADENA or the animals that she's talking to, it's so much easier and so much more fun to articulate the human connection and her emotions and the feeling that I want to bring into the page. And sometimes, like page 11, when there's just a small ADENA, especially when I don't even see her face, there is so much work to be done in the atmosphere, and sometimes her feeling will get a little bit lost. Although I think I did a good job in page 11, but like, this is fun, this is storytelling, and this is illustrating. I finished ADENA'S face yesterday. That took quite a bit of time, but I think like this is what she looks like the most. Like, this is very similar to how she looks in page 1, 2, 3, and a few recent ones. Yeah, anyway, that's what we're going to be doing today. I also have to finish ADENA, and I also want to paint the kangaroo fully. So we've got a couple hours to do that, and without further ado, take a shot how many times I say without further ado. When people see my art in person, their reaction always holds a special place in my heart. There is only so much detail that I can capture online, so it is as if people have seen only a snapshot of my work, a glimpse of what my illustration could be. There are quite a few instances where people have come into my gallery and recognized my work from social media, and nothing prepares me for their reaction, because so often they underestimate how big and detailed my work truly is, how it is to see the art in person. It is these reactions that get me excited to publish my book and for you guys to hold a physical copy in your hands. Morning guys, it has been a couple days since I have painted, and I'm so excited to get back in the studio. Tuesday I had a photo shoot day and filming content. Yesterday I was editing a YouTube video pretty much all day, doing admin work on my computer, and I'm so excited to spend just all day today finishing as much as I can. I kind of do want to do one more page before I go on my trip, but I don't know if that's possible. I'm gonna try. So we're gonna try and get as much done today as possible. By the way, the kangaroo took me like 3 half days. So like 1.5, 2 like full days. It was a long time doing this kangaroo, guys. So better applaud me. Better say I've done a really good job. I think it looks really good. Anyway, we're gonna get painting. Like, let's talk more work. Let's go. I was recently thinking about what makes humans connect with one another, and through all my thought experiments, I found a common thread. Humans connect with one another through shared feelings. It is never the same thoughts, but feelings, inspired through events, stories, movies, books, and even conversations that invite people together. Emotions are so powerful because they can transcend time, place, and even people and language barriers. It is these shared feelings that allow us to feel less alone and less isolated. And humans are very social creatures. Well, I think they're meant to be. And experiences and feelings are meant to be shared and talked about and resonated with one another. It can make us feel validated, seen, and understood. These feelings can also connect us, inspire us, and change our way of thinking, and allow us to grow as a person. I was recently thinking also about how I can grow and foster human connection in my art, and I realized through this interaction that connection happens for me at both a digital and physical sphere. Usually, the first way I connect with people is on the digital plane, whether that is through YouTube or Instagram or social media. There are definitely pros and cons to this space. I have more control over how I want to tell my story through music and video storytelling, although there definitely is a big limitation in being able to capture my work in a way that represents how you would see it in real life. In fact, it is pretty much impossible. But online, I'm also able to go beyond space, to connect with people that live in different countries and speak different languages, and that is something I wouldn't be able to necessarily do in person, at least not at this time. Many people create art as a way to express their feelings, perhaps searching for that human connection. I know that is exactly why I create, and I hope that when I finally release my book, the physical copy, or perhaps even now through these videos, you can feel, you can resonate, and you can be inspired by ADENA'S journey. Good afternoon, guys. I have finally finished page 13. I think there was a time when I didn't paint for an entire week, and that definitely disrupted the flow of my work. If I take any breaks at all, I usually take them in between two different pages, because as soon as I take like a prolonged break, like an entire week, and I come back, it just disrupts the flow. So if I would change anything, that's the number one thing I would do. But I am leaving to go overseas in 2 days, so I was definitely on a bit of a time constraint with this page. However, I absolutely think that I nailed the kangaroo. I love painting ADENA, and I love painting the animals, and you'll see so many more to come. They're my favorite things, and I definitely feel as though I did justice to the kangaroo. Actually, where I work at my part-time job on the weekend, there are like so many orphan kangaroos, so I got so many different reference photos, and I'll overlay some while I'm talking right now so you guys can see. So I definitely got and understand the feeling of a kangaroo. the mindset of kangaroo. I just love the expression on this kangaroo's face as well, and also on ADENA'S face. I think I captured them so well, and there's just, it's not obvious, it's very nuanced, so you really do have to look at the illustration and like actually look at it, not just a quick glance. It's something that you can really appreciate for a long time, and I think that's what makes it so special. I do, however, want to add more shadows. I just completely run out of time to do that, but when I go back and I kind of fix up all the things that I want to on every single page of the illustration after I finished illustrating the entire book, I will definitely go and add some more shadows in this page. But yeah, I just kind of ran out of time and I need to photograph it, and it was, anyway. So that's where this page left me at the end of this video, and I will see you guys all in Germany, because I will be leaving ADENA'S for 1.5 months. Like, the next episode, page 14, will probably be in about 5 weeks. So I'm so sorry, but I do feel as though the person I need to become is beyond the world of where this story takes place. Like, I definitely need to gather perspective and grow as a person a little bit more in other ways to be the person I want to become when I publish this book. So I'll see you all for a exciting time illustrating across. I'll be illustrating and writing across Switzerland, so get excited for those videos. Bye!